relationship with writing kind of started as a teenager, but there was a moment in 7th grade where you stopped reading because it wasn't cool anymore. What was it that made you feel that way?
Okay, first of all, we read the most boring fucking books. That, like, and I was upset with this because there have been so many versions of me. So middle school, Sarah was like all into like nails, makeup, like Backstreet Boys versus NSYNC versus Spice Girls
I was watching the Color Daddy podcast, and I think I showed you guys in the last clip. But wow, let me rewind. The Color Daddy podcast with Sarah J. Maas. It was amazing. It was 2 hours of just goodness, and as I was sitting here, I got inspired to just. Oh, I already had my writing document open, my book open, so it just felt like the right motivation. It felt like great inspiration. She spoke about the way she kind of weaves the themes and emotions of her life into her stories, and I loved all of it. Okay, so I'm actually going to do some reading, and you're going to see that in the Throne of Glass video, right? And so if you haven't seen that, well, maybe this comes out first. I don't know. But if it's out already, please go watch that. Leave a comment, a like, subscribe. And yeah, so I'm going to do some reading, but then also once I'm done reading, I'm going to do some writing. And then I'm going to read before I go to bed. Like, reading will be the last thing I do, but I do need to get in some writing, so. Although writing was what I was supposed to do all night. Once the kids were in bed, I was going to write throughout the night, but then I realized the podcast came out, and I had to sit here for 2 hours and watch it. So, wow, I loved every second of it. I want to get comfy. I want to read. I want to do some writing. But as I was sitting here, like after the podcast ended, I was on my Pinterest board for the book, and I was just kind of going through it, just feeling the vibes of it. Do you want to see? Yeah, let's go ahead. We can start at the bottom, and we're just going to work our way up. But this is just kind of the mood. I mean, these photos were saved from the very beginning of the story being, I don't know, it was like created, thought out, plotted. But yeah, these are all kind of what I had for an idea at the time, and it's very much stayed the same. You'll see as we get, to more recent posts that there's a bit more detail, more intricacies, more, I don't know, maybe you can't tell here on the board, but it's definitely what's happened in the documents. So my notebook in my head, like, it's all become more intertwined, but I guess that's the point of like the first draft. Like, you're supposed to get there, and like you're supposed to get, as you're writing, like, just more comes up, and so more keeps coming up, and there are slight changes to things that I wouldn't have necessarily thought of before, but I know that they're good changes. I know that they're good changes, so I am pretty excited. But I should stop procrastinating. Okay. Gotta go. Do that. I was going ahead and opening my email, and I was gonna figure out, open my documents to figure out where I am in the story, what needs to get done, because I do know I'm plotting, not that I'm plotting. I already have a plot. I'm just trying to fill in and figure out where exactly I'm going in chapter 23. Let's not talk about where we are and where we were about a month ago. It doesn't really matter. Excuse me. That's not the point. What is the point is that right now, and I've been thinking about this for a while, just that right now I write on Google Docs. And yeah, while it's great and it's convenient, and I really like it because it can open the same document in multiple devices. I'm not always on my laptop. I'm usually writing on my phone, and so I need to be able to do both. And so, like, Scrivener, I'm not paying for anything right now. But I found out Ellipsus about, like, a month, I'd say a couple of months ago. I want to say it was before Christmas. And it looks so good. And I really like it because of that device accessibility, which also I did try Readsy and it has it, but like it wasn't my favorite. So I want to try Ellipsus. I think that's how you pronounce it, Ellipsus. And like it's no AI, which is a huge factor for me because I'm so tired of the AI components in Google Docs. And I know a lot of people say it doesn't matter to them, like, okay, great. But for me, I would rather it not be on something like that. So but I haven't logged into Ellipsus, and I'm going to try to bring my document from Google Docs to Ellipsus. We'll see how well it works, because as soon as I opened it, this is what I saw. So as soon as I logged in, after I figured out my password, it's talking about introducing in the document import and export, and so I feel like I have to try it, and I did try it clearly. When I first signed up a few months ago, I did try it, but like that's just a blank document because I couldn't quite figure it out. But I feel like now is the time to figure it out. This may be a sign. I'm taking it as one. Also, I know you can make it like cute and customized. I want to do that. So it says import your docs quickly, one by one, or a bunch at once. Export. I got it. But what does it even say to do? Hold on. Let me figure this out, and we'll be back. Okay. So it says. Let's see. Am I reading it right? It says I have to save this first as a document. So let's download as a doc. Let's see. Okay, done. Great. Open in the folder. Because there's nothing more I hate than having to search for it once you get to a certain point. Now, let's go to Ellipsus. Where'd you go? Okay, so now we go to Ellipsus, and it says to go to new, docs, like spinning. I also really hope it will like separate it into. It says it's like importing. It says it's converted, but I don't see it. Okay, it says open. Did I do it? I would love if it can separate it into, like the way I have it currently is by chapters. And I really like the fact I really like it separated like that. Okay, it's here. It is all here. Okay. I don't know what to do. Okay, it says 5 minutes ago, but it's definitely not 5 minutes ago. Let's go to customizations and let's customize. Would you like to see? Sure, I think you would. Okay. Okay, let's try some of the themes. Right away, this looks fun to me. Like, go away. Don't like you. Okay, this seems right. This is very cute, but maybe not for this book. Let's make you full screen. Okay. Let's see how it looks. I'm immediately drawn to this one. I just think it's really cute. That's what it was. It's cute. I like this. The Aurora Borealis in me likes it. Cotton candy. Such a mood. It's very girly pop. Kudos. Jolly. This is Christmas reference. Like, wow, my book does take place in December. I'm really having a hard time reading anything Christmassy. Love letter. It's cute. Maple. Mermaid. I like that. Orchard Noir. Petal. Pride Dark. Pride of Light. Pumpkin Spice. No. Red Velvet. I'm like a big pumpkin spice hater. So like anything pumpkin spice, I'm hating on. Okay. Let's see. Honestly, just right away, ultra dark. It's all black. Okay, no. I think we're gonna have to go with what, like, yes, ultra noir. Yep, Brittany Celeste, my email, great. Which one is it? Me? I think right now we're gonna do the paper crane. Or that. I don't know, I feel like this is me. So we're gonna do that. Okay. Are we ready to start rating? Let's see. I didn't rename this, so let's do that. Edit details. I don't know if you noticed, but I don't have a title for this book yet. Like, the title is non-existent. For right now, we're just gonna name it their names until I can figure out a title. And then, because this is what I've been naming it on everything else, on a Christmas novella. And honestly, it's just a joke that I do it, but I just remind myself this is how it started. It started off as a Christmas novella, and then it's turned into a completely different beast. So that's a must. See, I like that. Look at that. I'm a fan of that. Yes. Bren and Jesse. Love it. I'm over here trying to figure out how to... So nothing converted, everything converted. Hold on, take it back, rewind. Everything switched over, great, love it. Except now there's no, where I had it in Google Docs, I had like every chapter had its own little tab, outline, whatever you call it, and now here it doesn't. And so now I need to go through the whole thing and separate them. And then I feel like that's a waste of time, you know? Like at this point, I just need to keep writing, but I want to do this. So, what is happening? And why are the letters of that chapter so dark? And also in this theme, the letters are like this mauve color, and it's so cute. See here, the words are different color. Chapter 4. I need them separated again. And is there a video? I will be back. I'm gonna check out if Ellipsus has a video, but here, let me show you. Okay, so on Google Docs, you have like this section right here that will go ahead and have like, you know, where you have your headings you can click on and to get your chapters. Okay, great. Here we don't. We don't have that here. And I've realized that I'm gonna have to go highlight the chapter titles, right? Mind you, these are just rough draft, first draft things, and then I have to format them into a heading. We're gonna center you. Okay, come on. Will it not just go down? Okay, we're gonna center you. And then watch, we're gonna go back to outline, and all of a sudden there's chapter 6. I did the first one, so now I have to do that for every one of them. Yep. Okay. Okay, I'll be doing that. I was gonna convince myself to not do it. I was gonna convince myself to not do it, but I feel like I have to do it. Because I want to write on something other than Google Docs. Even just to finish it strong, you know, just like the newness of it might be like encouraging enough, the dopamine hit that I need. And so honestly, look, I just encountered chapter 7 and I'm just gonna do it as I see them. Okay, this is not what I need to be doing. I need to check on dinner. And yeah. Okay, let me do something productive.
We're like over here sitting over here recovering because I was so bad. We did decide to get on Mars mission, the orange one, which is the more like intense one. A bee just landed on me. Ooh, I'm Snow White. Yeah, we just got off Guardians of the Galaxy.
And here I am just doing what I said I wouldn't do and just cranking out all the chapters. I do need to go back. I didn't do, I think, chapters 1 through 6. But I've got everything else. So that took no time at all. Dinner is still not done yet, which I guess is the perfect excuse. But again, this wasn't what I was supposed to do. I don't think there's going to be 37 chapters. clearly because it's not even like a 36, but I left space for an epilogue. 38 is wild. Okay, but I'm gonna put it anyways because it's there. So then we're just gonna put 37. And I left this for space because I feel like there are a few chapters that are just shorter. So I don't think it's gonna be astronomically crazy. But we shall see. Hopefully, that's another thing. Let's go back up and do the ones we skipped. We're clearly in very much denial. I mean, look, it still says story, Christmas novella, needs title. It does need a title. And I'll get one eventually. Okay, I finished. Do you want to see? Yes, you do. Okay. Okay, so now, when we do this, we go to outline, and here they are. Here they are. What is that? Something happened there, but easy fix. Oh, yes. Okay. That already feels so good. And then I noticed that they have a timer, focus mode, and notifications. I don't know what that could be for, but I'm excited. And like, look at that word count. Let's mark this as like word count for now. Let's see where we got. By the end of March, let's see where we are. Maybe by the end of the video. I feel like by the end of the video is a lot. So, March. We'll see where we are in March, at the end of March, word count wise. I honestly have no idea. Hold on. Is this better? Maybe. I honestly have no idea how many words I don't know how people like estimate the words, like a word count. That doesn't compute in my brain. Like, I don't get how you get there. Right now I'm just writing. I feel like once I finish the draft, I will go and like look it up. I will figure it out. The internet is my friend. Okay, and I'll figure it out then. But right now I'm just getting the words out. And once it's all done, we'll figure out where we stand. Again, we are at chapter 23 and what is plotted to be, I want to say like a 35 chapter book. And so wherever that ends up, we'll figure it out from there. It's definitely not going to be an underword count book, that's for sure. Okay, dinner time. It is so nice today. The weather right now, I want to say like 5 minutes ago it says 66 and now it says feel like 67. I mean 71, but it feels so nice. So I went ahead and I brought out my things and I'm going to do some writing. Maybe some reading. I am making some way on my reading, but that's for the Throne of Glass vlog, which you'll see soon. It's just a notebook I have where I've been writing down everything book related. I mean, initially, the first couple pages were just like a timeline of what, I had plotted out for the book. I mean, not that any of that stands now. But one thing I do use from at least the beginning, I like to go back and read some of it, but my chapter tracker, I went ahead and just made circles to color them in, and I'm here. And I'm hoping that once we get to, this page change. I'm hoping that once I get to chapter 35, we can maybe put chapter 36 as an epilogue, but we'll see where that takes us. We shall see. came outside, and then we had to run some errands, had to do something. So we are right now downtown Cleveland, and I'm just sitting here writing my phone while my husband went inside to go run and do what, you know, he had to get done. And yeah, so I'm using this inspiration of being in the city as just like motivation of like visuals of things to add in, because I feel like I'm stuck. I'm having a hard time crafting where I want the chapter to go, simply because it's such a big scene, and I feel like there's something missing in the book that ties into this scene, and I don't know what it is right yet. So I feel like I'm stuck here. I don't know if the way forward is to just write it and do it flows, because I keep writing and then not liking it and stopping, when really all I have to do is just keep on going. But like, I find it really hard to keep going when I don't like what's happening. So, you know, figuring out, working through the kinks of the story, and hopefully that's something that I'm really just hoping that maybe the end of this video is something I've ironed out, and we could just move a little along, and we could just move it along. Someone just stared at me. It's okay. Oh my god, you have to see this. Look. Such Cleveland things. Oh, is that? Okay. I didn't know I could do that. Okay, I'm making a bagel, excuse me. But I was thinking, as I was writing, there's like a major plot hole in my book. And I'm not happy about it. So I think something I need to do is, before I focus on writing the chapters, that's loud. Before I focus on writing the chapter that I'm working on, I need to figure out what that hole is, because I think as I'm writing it, I'm getting stuck on something that I shouldn't get stuck on. I'm getting stuck on something that is quite honestly something I feel like could be avoidable if I sat down and figured it out. So that's what I have to do. I have to sit down and figure it out, what the block is. What am I missing? Is there a scene? Is there a character that's not that I don't know, there's something. And so we're gonna dedicate tomorrow's Saturday, and I feel like that's something I need to dedicate myself to. So tomorrow we will be figuring out what the hole is in the book, and I will bring you along with me. We're gonna have a lot of random thoughts, so buckle up. So excited. Late night bagel. Don't mind the time. I heard a bird.
A bird on my leg.
Okay, we just came back from a walk, and now we are just playing outside. Hopefully we can get some words in, because they're staring me down as I talk. I'm going to get some words in today, so I'm hoping that I can at least get to the point where they are leaving this event that, you know, kind of changes the trajectory of the story. I've been stuck, and I'm not proud of it. I'm really upset about it, and I want to get unstuck, and so hopefully that's what we can do. I hope so. My god, I'm so tired of writing this chapter. Okay, let's go. My little setup, because we're just having lunch here. Some leftover ice cream, Dobby of course, and my writing.
Right here. Here we go.
as you saw, I've come up with a series for these videos, a mini series, right, called the Messy Draft, and we're going to use this as we go along and finish the first draft.
Can I get Dobby?
Sure. And we're going to go ahead and use that title as we finish the first draft, and hopefully we can create a mini series based on every draft we do, and maybe books as we go forward. But this is the beginning of that, and I'm really excited.
And I'm back.
Okay, checking in from earlier. I don't know. Should I be holding the phone? Should I get the tripod? I'm not doing the tripod. I'm just gonna hold you. Check in from earlier. We're on a roll here, okay? So as we were sitting outside and the kids were playing, I was just, I just felt so stuck, and I felt like I just had to talk it out. I was literally sitting there just talking out loud, and the kids kept going, "Mom, what are you doing?" Talking to myself. So that's me, and truly just like talking it out and kind of figuring out. I was also writing it down, just kind of like a brainstorm, because it truly didn't know where I wanted the chapter to go. Anyways, now I do. Now I feel like we have a solid plan. Also, excuse the hive forming out my face. I can feel it. I need to take a dirt text. My eyes itchy. But I feel like we are in such a good place. I think I know where the chapter's going, which is a bonus because before we had no clue. So, knowing where we're going and knowing kind of what the end plan is, and also I have the rest of the book plotted out roughly, but this chapter I just had no clue what I wanted to happen, and now that I do, I feel like we're good. We're not good, until it's actually written, but I feel like we're headed in a good place, in a good direction. So I'm gonna keep going with that tonight, and so maybe I'll do a couple of check-ins. Also, Ellipsus, it's slow on my computer, and so therefore when I write the letters, it lags, and I can't. It just makes me upset. I'm really trying to write this book, and just every time I just see like 2 words behind of where my brain is, I'm getting annoyed. So for right now, we're back in Google Docs until I can figure out whatever the heck that is. And mind you, my laptop is old. My laptop, me and my girl have been hanging out for a long time. 2014, 2015, one of the two. I want to say it's maybe 2015. Either way, me and her go way back, and I'm having a hard time even thinking of the idea of having to part with her, but she lags, okay? And so maybe Ellipsis is just something I need to do on something newer, and that's fine. For right now, we're gonna stick to our tried and true Google Docs for a bit. And so we're working on that. I'm working on it. I'm loving where we're at, and hopefully I can check in a bit more tonight, throughout the night. It's only 9:47. Like, I feel like I can get in I can get in maybe 200 words. That'd be nice. I don't even know where we're at right now. Should we look into it? I'm sorry, my throat is bothering me. I just feel like I have something in my throat, really. Where is the word count? Does anybody else forget where it is? Maybe not. Maybe it's truly just me. Page numbers. That is not it. Hold on. I will find it. Where are you, girl? Truly, why isn't it like something that's like at the top? Super easy. Tools. It's under tools. Okay, current word count is 55,797 words. So okay, well, I'm gonna take a picture of this, insert it here so you can see, and also I can check back in when I'm done writing this chapter, which hopefully is tomorrow morning. I cannot end this week, and mind you, today's Monday. I will not end this week, so writing chapter 23. I don't want to see her after Friday. Okay, so at some point during draft 2, then we can come back and revisit her, because right now we're done so with her. Thank you very much. I'm trying to be done so with her. We're not quite done yet. We've still got some words to go, but for right now, I'm happy with where we are. And that's progress from where we started when you guys saw me when we were outside this morning, earlier today. Yeah. Hopefully I will check in tonight, and this video will end when we end chapter 23. Like, that's the goal. This video will end when I finish writing chapter 23, so let's hope it's in the next few days, because you guys are going to be here with me for a while, if not. Okay, thanks. See you later. sees me, but I'm clearly talking to somebody. I definitely want to. I didn't get a chance to update earlier, but I've been writing. I've been in a writing hole, and I've been like going. Okay, so I'm really proud of myself. Is it loud in here? Sorry if you can't hear me, but I'm killing it with the chapter. Hopefully, I should be done. I should be getting towards the end, but I'm really loving where we're at, where we're going, what's come of it. And the story has kind of started to flow from me as it's become a bit easier to write as I've been unfolding like the reasoning behind of what the characters are doing. And so, yeah. I'll check back in later when it's a little quiet. Finishing chapter 23. I'm so excited. We're not at the end yet, but we're there. I'm talking loud because my husband's sleeping, but we're there. We're at the end, and I'm so excited. We're nearing the end of this chapter. Like, the good stuff is happening. We are in the thick of the good stuff. I can't wait to finish this 23, and I feel like I shouldn't go to sleep until this chapter's ended. Is that a crazy task? Like, I know I have to get up tomorrow, at 7:30. 8 o'clock, 7:30. I mean, I should be waking up at like 6:30, but we're not going to talk about that. But yeah, I have to wake up and do all the things, mom things, school things, all that tomorrow. But I feel like I can get this done. Like, I'm so in the zone in this chapter. I'm in the scene. They're telling me, like, I'm moving through it. I don't feel like I can stop at this point. Like, yes, there will be pauses, but I think I should stay up all night and do it. That's a crazy statement, but yeah. Let's see how long I can stand. Let's see how long I can stay up and do this. Okay, maybe I shouldn't commit myself, but I'm rambling. Let's get back to writing. Closing words of this chapter. Can you believe it? We finally did it. Okay, it's 11:07, and I just finished this chapter. I finally got chapter 23, and I am 11 weeks ago. I mean, it's a long one. A good, at least on Google Docs, it's about 10 pages, which is amazing. And let's find out our final word count for this video. Let's find out our final word count for where we're at right now. But there's somewhere, and I'll go ahead and insert it here, but there's somewhere where I documented where we were in the beginning of this vlog. And so now at the end, I'm really excited where we see. Hold on. 60,000 words. Don't mind my nails. 60,000 words for the end of this chapter. I'm fucking stoked. Okay, guys, we did it. We finally reached the end of chapter 23, and I am stoked. Our final word count for this chapter is 60,000 words, 110 words. That's a big fucking deal. Wait, 60,110 words? Is that a better way to say it? I'm really bad at math, and all of that's really hard for me. But I'm excited, and I'm so happy you were guys able to tag along. I'm so excited. I'm glad I vlogged this. And so we're going to pick up with chapter 24 in the next vlog. But for now, I'm going to end you guys here. And I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. And also in the comments, share a book that you've really liked within the last few months. What was the best book you read so far in 2026? Okay. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.